Hello everybody, my name is Idiotic Synergy, and today we're going to have a look at Warhammer Underworlds. Well, more specifically, the new box set that's just been revealed a couple of hours ago, so I thought I might go through it, because it looks quite good, in my humble opinion, but I don't know anything about Warhammer Underworlds. So this box set could be the worst thing ever, or it could be the best thing ever. I don't know, but in my opinion, I think it looks pretty nice. But that's just my humble opinion. So let's just get into it, really. I don't have an intro more than that. So, as it says here, this box set contains 2 new warbands. Box set. I hate that. Just say box set. It's okay to say box set. Anyway, sorry. Contains 2 new warbands drawn to the Nexus of the Nethermaze, which is this board here, basically. It's new labyrinth type thing. The Shadeborn, which is an edgy name, and the other warband is the Skittish Shanks Claw Pack. And I think it's because of the Skittish Shanks Claw Pack that I'm quite fond of this box set. You will see what I mean in a minute. But also, in this box set, it comes with 2 boards, dice, obviously, tokens, and 52-page rulebook that includes all the lore about a labyrinth that seethes with malicious intent. I love shit like this in this hobby. I love rulebooks where it's like, rules at the back, fill that fucker full of lore and just give it to people because it's amazing. I love lore and stuff. Hell, the 8th edition codex for Death Guard is packed to the brim with bits of lore. My favourite thing ever is the description of the Death Guard Hellbrute, because reading that you realise that the reason Death Guards have Hellbrutes is because Death Guard sorcerers are petty pieces of shit that if they hate you will just put you inside this Hellbrute so you can suffer forever until you eventually die, because Death Guard sorcerers are fucking petty, and I love it. I love it. It just brings us weird. It's joyous reading that. Also, reading about Nurglings is really entertaining in the 8th edition codex. How they would just annoy sorcerers and stuff constantly. I love rulebooks. I love rulebooks with lore in them. That's one of my favourite things. But it's also I like backstories in general. Hell, in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I did all the hacking minigames with the Turnimals, so I could learn more about Abstergo Entertainment and the backstory behind Edward Kenway and stuff, because that's interesting. That is really interesting for me. I like stuff like that. Yes, I'm slightly sad, leave me alone. So, on surface, you get 2 new warbands and, you know, decent rulebook and tokens and stuff. Dice, yeah, that's all good, right? Well, there's another reason why I love this box set, and it's purely for nostalgic reasons. Skaven. I love Skaven. Skaven were one of my first armies ever in Warhammer when I played Warhammer Fantasy. Well, I never played it, Warhammer Fantasy, apart from a couple of times. I just collected the models, and they were really badly painted. Like, even worse than I can paint now. But I used to have, like, a mini army of all these Skaven guys, especially with the old metal warp throwers, and this is pure nostalgia value for me, and it makes me feel happy inside. Honestly, the mini version of me is just like, Skaven! It's like I love Skaven to bits. They are one of my favourite armies ever, and I know they're in Age of Sigmar, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one day I will have my own little Skaven army that my 7-year-old self built. Anyway, so these are the Skaven. What was the warband called again? The Skittish Shanks Claw Pack. Oh, how dare I forget. Also, they're fast and fragile. Deadly assassins who move at a speedy 5 hexes. That is quite fast. and if they control the pace of the match, they will run rings round an enemy warband. The act of killing the enemy leader is the Inspire condition, which I have no idea what that's about, but basically means they want to kill the leader and move really fast. So let's look at the Skaven. This is my favourite one. This guy here with his little rat mate here. I love that. He's got a little rat mate here that's going to bite the ankles of everyone or bite people's feet. Or he jumps up and bites people in the eyes. Yes, I know the actual model looks nice, but look at this little guy. Oh, I love him. I love him to bits. This little guy, called Jeffrey. So, and he looks pretty cool as well. I mean, look at his cape. His cape looks awesome. He's got a bag. He's got a bag. A net, sorry. A bag. Jesus Christ. I can't describe models at all. I'm terrible. I do apologise. But he's got this weird bag thing here that he's going to throw over people. And he's got a throwing knife thing that he's going to lob. He's got these guys, which I like. Also, I thought this was a club when I had a glance, but it's not. It's a rock in cloth, and he's swinging it above his head. That is genius, and I love it. I kind of want to see if you can equip him with a slingshot, because then I would have him holding a slingshot and just just do that. It's the same thing as getting a rag, putting a stone in it, and swinging it over your head. But I like the idea of him having a slingshot as well. Also, this guy up here, he looks decent, threatening enough. I mean, yeah, he's wearing a weird mask. He's got knives and stuff. He's happy. They're Skaven. They like being weird assassins. They like nicking stuff. This guy here, I like. I like the pose he's doing. He's like landed like a superhero, and he's got a sword with green stuff on it. I love that. I love that a lot. It's like, haha, fear me. I'm on a pipe. You cannot fight this, for I am on the pipe. The pipe is my friend. Anyway, don't know where I was going with that. But he looks like a proper edgy boy as well. He's got like a mask on. He's like, oh, I am the darkness. He recites the hatred speech constantly out of the game Hatred. Oh, I forgot how it goes. My name is not important. Something, shoot these civilians. I don't know the speech that well. My apologies. But my favourite Skaven, other than this little boy here, who's the best Skaven ever. This little guy here, he's going to bite people in the face. And he's got his mate with the net. But this guy, best Skaven model, 10 out of 10, would use as a HQ choice. Because, look, he's got smoke bombs. This is a smoke bomb. I like to think he lobs them down, jumps down, and he's got a bloody predator gauntlet on him. He's so cool. He is so cool, and I would kit bash the shit out of him to change his weapons, but I would keep the main pose. I hope these aren't monopose models. I really hope they aren't. But if they are, oh well. You can always kit bash someone if they're monopose. It's called green stuff and other bits of kit. But I really like the gauntlet. In fact, I think I might keep the gauntlet and change this arm for something else. Because I love the gauntlet. The gauntlet for it makes it look even cooler. Because he's got smoke bomb, he just lobbed down. And he's got two more there, and he's got this sword that he's going to plunge into someone's neck, and the cape is quite cool. I like this Skaven. I love it. I love this Skaven. I would change the sword for another gauntlet, actually, so he has matching gauntlets, so he's got one up there and one down there. Yeah, that's what I would do, but this guy is my favourite model. I love him to bits. It's the little 7-year-old synergy in my head is like, yeah, I want this. This is really nostalgic for me. So, yeah, I am biased as shit when it comes to this box set because the nostalgia feeling alone is just great. Hello again. Sorry about that sudden jump cut. It's just that OBS is being a bit shit. Yes, OBS has crashed on me 2 times now, and yeah, so if this is all choppy and stuff, my apologies, it's just that OBS is being a bit wank. But we are now going to talk about these models, the Shadeborn, which, yeah, they look cool. I already talked about this, then OBS crashed, so yeah, I'm not going to pretend to be, wow, this is the first time I'm seeing these, because it's not, and I've already said my comments, but I might as well say them again. So, with this model, I like it. I like the mask. I think the mask looks amazing. The weird staff she has looks really cool. The dagger looks amazing. I love the cloaks. The cloaks here look fantastic. I think whoever did the cloak design on this and the Skaven have done a fantastic job, because this cape just looks really cool. The hair looks mad, and yeah, it's a really great model. And I can see myself kit bashing it if I was an Eldar player, because this kit seems to be really good if you're an Eldar player and you want to give it some flavour. Basically, these models might be for you if you want new Eldar models. I don't know, but they just seem really good to kit bash with. This model here is my least favourite one, because it looks a bit generic in my opinion, but that's not to take away from his amazing looking cloak, his weird stare, and his two cool awesome knives that he has from MasterChef when he won. The next guy I like more than this guy, mainly because this guy looks generic. This guy looks like an assassin wannabe, like an Assassin's Creed wannabe, and I like the crossbow, and the sword looks even more jankier than this guy's sword. It just does. So the sword and crossbow help. He looks a little generic, I won't lie, but he does look cool, mainly because his whole cape is doubled up as a mask, and it gives him a mysterious aura. Ooh, also his pose is rather silly, because he's aiming the crossbow straight up like that. It's like, who is he expecting to hit up there? But anyway, yeah, sword, crossbow looks decent. Cape looks amazing. The face is better than that guy, but still a bit generic. And then we get to her, this model, and I like it. I think these two models here are the best ones for this warband, because they don't look generic. I kind of wish there was one more, but this model here looks cool. She reminds me of Sindel from Mortal Kombat, mainly because she looks like she's about to scream at people and have their heads explode. But I like her sword staff weapon here. It looks really cool. The hair looks amazing. I thought she was levitating, but she isn't. She's standing on a stone. I don't know why she's looking over there, but maybe there's someone sneaking up behind her and she's about to stab them in the eyes. But yeah, it looks nice. The hair really gives these characters, character. These characters. I mean, models character. Silly. It's big and fanciful and really good. This guy, he's alright, bit generic, but alright. This guy really generic. I don't like him other than the cape and knives. And this is my favourite model. If I wasn't being biased towards Skaven, I generally think this is my favourite model. The Skaven are nostalgic for me, but if I was brand new to this, I would love this model more. I think it is better than my favourite Skaven model. Because if we look up here, my favourite Skaven model is this guy. I know I've talked about the rat and his mate with bag, but my favourite Skaven model is this guy. So if we compare the two... hang on. Let me just scroll down. That's better. I was trying to find the sidebar, couldn't find it. Anyway, yeah, this model, I think this model up here looks cooler, mainly because of the smoke. But this model is pretty goddamn good in their own right. And yeah, I'm biased to all hell towards Skaven, but this model looks fantastic. So yeah, that's my opinion on this warband. You get 2 decent models and 2 not so decent. With Skaven, all of them look quite decent. I think the only generic ones here are these 2. But even so, they're not. I mean, that guy's is holding a rag with a rock in it and is swinging it above his head. It's not as generic as this guy. I kind of wish his swords, had a glowing effect or something. But we are coming to the end of the video now. I mean, hell, I already got to the end of the video. It's just that OBS is being slightly meh today. So, this new rules. There's new rules, obviously. 2 new keywords, map and domain. One lets you gamble for glory, so it's vague. And the other, which I really like this rule here, and the other lets you change the surroundings of this shrunken maze to your advantage. I like that. I hope environment is a big part of this game. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you later. Please don't forget to subscribe, maybe give me a like, and leave a comment, because I always read them. And if I want, I will respond. Hell, I'll respond anyway. I love talking about this hobby a lot, so yeah, let me know. See you later. That's it. I don't have an intro. Maybe I should get one. Intro? Outro? Same thing really. See you later.